Hi everyone, this is Jennifer here again. Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a look that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, just because this is definitely my go-to makeup look. I think it's very beautiful and simple. It doesn't take up too much time, and it's definitely a full glam, but it's not heavy on the eyes. So I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, and as you can see, it has like the perfect colors for a look like this. So I really enjoyed making this video. I hope that you guys like it, and if you want to know how I did this, just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so to start off, I'm gonna be starting with this color right here, and I'm only gonna be using these three colors here, so it'll be a pretty easy look. And I'm starting with this big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna place that all over my lid. Okay, you guys, so I'll be using this orange soda color right here, and I'm going to be applying that to the crease with the same brush. And I'm just going back and forth, keeping it focused on here. I'm going to tap on it a few times just to get that color in there, and I'm just blending it out. And just the same thing for this eye. So now I'm going in with the burnt orange, this color right below it. And I'm gonna apply a little bit on the crease, but I'm mostly focusing it on the outer corner. And I'm just avoiding the lid as much as possible because I will be applying a different color there. As you guys all know, I like to extend it out just a little bit always, just to give it a little bit more of a dramatic look. And I'm just very gently applying this onto the crease. I'm not pressing the brush too hard because I want this look to look as natural as possible. I want it to be a soft glam, so I'm just taking my time and very gently going back and forth with the brush. Now, this is like a pretty soft color that I'm using. If it was a darker color that I was using, I'd definitely be using a smaller brush because I don't want to use like a big fluffy brush like this for when I'm coming back in and getting closer towards the inner corner of the eye. But since this is, like I said, a really soft color, I don't mind it. And once I come back towards this area, I use my brush very gently. Okay guys, so originally I was going to use this color here for the lid, the one that I started with, but I decided I wanted to use a little bit of shimmer instead. So I'm going in with this like golden shimmery color right here, and I'm using this flat brush, the Morphe 1 M210 brush, and I'm just going to start tapping it in the lid. And I feel like this brush is just perfect for it because it's not too long. It's a pretty small flat brush, so you can get, you know, the color exactly where you want it. And I'm just going over that a few times. I'm putting a little bit on the inner corner here. And I'm not extending it too far out. I'm pretty much just keeping it focused right here. So if you wanted to, you could definitely use like a little bit of concealer to cut the crease, but I'm keeping this pretty simple. Like I said, it doesn't, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So that way it doesn't take up too much time, and honestly it could still look really good. I feel like cutting the crease would just be an extra step if you wanted to do that, but I personally don't always do it. I mostly just try to like avoid this area when I'm starting off with different colors. Try to keep it on the crease as much as possible, and you know, it helps to just keep the lid clean. That way when you go to apply a different eyeshadow, you know, you don't have to worry about cleaning that up as much. I feel like when you're cutting the crease, is pretty much just to clean it up, but since this is a light eyeshadow that I'm working with, it's fine. And I'm just going over it a few times just so this, you know, golden color here could stand out a little bit more. And that's pretty much it for that. Okay, so usually at this point I would just go ahead and begin making my wing line with a liquid eyeliner, but instead I'm going to be using an eyeshadow today. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow, and I'm using the Morphe M165 brush for this, just because I feel like if I was going for a more intense eye makeup look, I would use that instead. But since I'm doing a much softer eye look today, I feel like the eyeshadow definitely looks a lot better with that. So I'm just going to begin applying this. So I'm going to go over it a few times and I'm going to diffuse it a little bit, and then I'll clean it up with some concealer after. So as you can see, I'm staying very close to my lash line because I don't want to go up too high and make it messy towards that area. You could also use like a eye pencil for this and then go over it with the eyeshadow, but I can't find a dark eye pencil, so I'm just using the eyeshadow, which works fine too. I just feel like the eye pencil will help it to stay in place and last longer throughout the day. Okay, so now that I've done both eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and be using these 3D Fox Mink eyelashes, and I'll be cutting them because I want it to be more so extended towards the outer corner of the eye, and I'll show you guys how it looks. Alright, so this is the eyelash right here, and I'll be cutting about this much of it. So I'm literally gonna cut like almost half of the eyelash off. Okay, so now that I've applied the lashes, I'm going to go back with the burnt orange, using the same flat brush that I just used for the shimmery color, and I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line. Just to finish up, I'm going to be using a brown eye pencil. Okay, for foundation, I'm using this PUR 4-in-1 foundation. A lot of it has faded out, but I can definitely list more about it down below. This is a full coverage foundation, so I'm only going to take a little bit. So to contour, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild contour stick, and I'm just going to apply a little bit and blend it out. For concealer, I'm using the Born This Way concealer, one of my favorite concealers. And I'm just going to be applying a little bit here. Okay, so I'll be using the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I'll be listing all the details down below about it, just because I can never get my camera to focus. But I feel like this bronzer goes really well with like a soft look like this. It just looks really nice, and it has a slight little shimmer to it. So I'm going in with a fluffy brush. So I sometimes go over it a few times with the highlighter, just because obviously like the lighting is different here, and then when I step outside it's like a different story, and I realize that I put too much on. But it's okay. If that's the case, I'll just go back with my finger and kind of wipe it off a little bit. But this is one of my favorite highlighters, so I'm going to apply a little bit on the nose as well. And now I'm going to go on to the lipstick combination. So I'll be using the NYX Nude Beige Lip Pencil. And I do overline my lips just a little bit, but I usually don't go too crazy with it. When I do overline, it's mostly like towards this area right here, just to create that little shadow. And I'm using the NYX lipstick. This one is called LA Mode. I'm just going right over top of that with this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. It has a lot of shimmer to it. I think I've only tried this once before, so let's see how. Okay, you guys, so this is how this look turned out. I honestly am really happy with it, and I'm glad that I went with the dark eyeshadow for the winged liner because, like I said, it's perfect for a soft look like this. And of course, the nude lips. I love a nude lip, so this is one of my favorite looks, definitely one of my go-to looks. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, that you guys liked it. Hopefully, you'll be trying it yourselves. And if you did enjoy it, just give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.